I
I
did
knew it.
lots of things.
Uh oh. Well, it's raining, which is great. It's raining tomorrow, too, which is actually great again. Okay. That means I can focus on getting all this stuff lined up. Okay, so. Do me a favor. Don't mess with any of the reserves jars for today, please.
Go look in the chests. There are tools in the chests.
There we go. The red chest. Go to the red chest.
Uncle Lorbro says they're in the red chest. Farming. And I will put your money grubbing things in a chest. Go. Money grubbing things are in chests.
Good afternoon, Evo.
You don't. Because I wasn't thinking. I know you can't reach the middle.
Yes, that was an interesting design choice.
Oh, foraging.
Get more iron going. Have more iron.
Streaming again. I'm gonna assume this. Hello, stream.
Yeah, we're streaming. How was lunch? How was lunch, sis?
Good.
Excellent.
Your niece refused to eat.
Of course she did.
Because she's your niece.
Yep, that's how that works.
Not you. You're this other niece. Yes.
I have several nieces. It's weird. Okay, I need... I'm gonna go talk to Robin. And buy a recipe. Did you... Hi, Diabetes. Hello, Dr. Winter. There's the lumber. Thank you.
Need rock?
I will need quite a few rock, yeah. What I really need right now is gold. I might just go hit the mines for that. See, Schism gets it. Did you see what Schism said, sis?
Give them... Each one will have a unique image.
I should say hi to everyone here. Do I have any? I do. Give out some mayonnaise. Just give out some mayonnaise. Everyone take the gifts. I'm not even gonna talk to you. Just take the mayonnaise. I don't have time to talk to you right now. Let's go. Okay. Look, Sebastian loves mayo so much. I should just dump mayo on Sebastian. Just be like, here you go, buddy. I was just thinking of you, you know. I cared so much about making sure that you were happy. I know, right, Evo? Like, are you guys sick of mayo yet? No. Okay. Apparently we make really good mayo, so that's whatever. Considering we are literally, in lore, magically blessed.
Lord, bro.
Yes?
Okay.
What?
Couldn't tell if I'd unmuted myself or not.
Oh, no, I can hear you. You haven't been talking for a few minutes.
No, I had myself muted.
Oh, that way, explain it. Considering we are literally magically imbued in lore, it's possible the stuff we're producing is literally magically superior to, like, mundane goods. You know, I don't think we can make ketchup in this game.
You can make something with the tomato crap.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it is.
Shame. Fine. I'll go give the rock candy to Morris.
No! But Shane! Your one true love.
I can't give the rock candy to Morris.
Why not?
I don't know, it won't let me.
Well, you can't give gifts to Morris, so that's probably why.
Oh, because this isn't the expansion.
Yes, we do not have mods going. Nobody likes Morris in the vanilla game. Go figure. We have enough for one iridium bar right now. Holy crap. Hi. My niece is ignoring me. I accept being ignored. Let's see. Uh-oh. Like she's trying to kill me. Okay, she's not. She's not trying to kill me. Whew.
Oh, you left your door open. Can I come in? Not good enough friends with Maru. Give her stuff.
Of course not.
The open door.
Yeah, just shove it on through, like, slide it under. I don't know. I need to take care of the animals, don't I?
Right. I have shit tons of gold for you.
Aw. Thank you. Listen, nobody actually likes mayonnaise. It's like black licorice. They say they do, because it makes them feel superior. But we know nobody actually likes pineapple on pizza. I like how the grass keeps shrinking, not growing. That's weird. I've never had that problem before. I'm going to look that up.
You hear me?
No? What? Sorry?
Because of the animals.
I'm going to turn your volume up. Oh, yeah, you're already really loud.
It is because of the animals.
Okay. I don't know what the animals have to do with this, but I believe you. My sister would never lie to me. Hey, Larian. Good afternoon.
The stupid golems.
Are you in the mines?
Yes.
What floor are you on?
95.
Okay. In a moment, and I'll join you. She would never lie to those animals. They know better. Chest. I'll deal with that in a minute. Because I'm on the way to Sis.
Fish toward the bottom.
I mean, that's been a thing historically in real-life human history, Evo. Never mind recently. Oh yes, you have to have a certain palate to appreciate insert food here. Tell my adorable niece that if she goes to floor 90, she can get a better sword.
Floor 90. And pick up a sword. better sword.
It's a much better sword.
Go kill things for me.
Where are you? I'm trying to find you still.
You just passed me.
What did you do to your hair?
Put a bow on.
Okay. I thought that was my niece for a second.
Me. On the way down.
Okay. Oh my god, these things. Okay. Going. Killing. There's also the way down. Although we do need resources, so I'm gonna... Yep. Grab one of these. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I may have made mistakes. Think well of me, sis. When they write my epitaph, say I died for some coal.
You should feel better. I am,
Whew. Way too many Crazinors.
eating salmon berries to try to get health back.
Yay. Although they're mostly an energy thing. Not that you have a problem with that.
Don't.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to start eating some stuff to get some health back. No, what I need to do... I really need to start being on, hitting the mushroom cave every day. Because... Oh, did you find the way down? If you did.
Yep, and here is your first legit star drop.
Oh my god! Because we need to start making life potions, which is the actual healing item. Your mind is filled with thoughts of power! Do one dip in the lava. Just one. This, did you see the time? Trash!
Leave!
Like I said, did you see the time?
I did.
Oh.
But I left because I found an infested floor.
Oh god.
Floor 103.
Yeah, that doesn't sound worthwhile.
They only went to 99.
No, they changed it at some point. I don't remember when. Hi, Zekdeft. Cheese does heal a bunch, but I need money. Really badly. Oh shoot, I didn't realize it was that late. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Out of the way, out of the way! Ugh.
All in your bed.
Yeah, get out of my bed! Hi, Andrew.
When she's nearly dead, Norse.
Are you gonna go to bed? Nah, I'm fine. I got 10 minutes left. I mean, I do have a queen bed in real life, but... Okay, that's still processing. Those are still processing. Let's do with the animals. Love rainy days. Can actually get stuff done on rainy days. I'm working on getting to the point where it'll always be a rainy day, technically speaking. There we go. Soon. Come on. There we go. Yeah, soon.
Shoot. Weren't you going to make me more furnaces?
Yeah, I need raw copper. Lots more raw copper. So,
Okay.
25 per furnace. So 50 if you want to get 2 more. If you want to. More, just 25 times X. I think you know how to do math. I'm not sure. I've known you for a long time.
Look, did you go loot the trash cans?
No, don't be a dumpster diver. I just picked up coal, too.
Bunch of coal.
Oh, never mind. We have a little bit of coal. We have 20 coal. 26 coal.
We have more than that. I bought a whole bunch.
Oh, okay. Actually, throws on me. Oh, that's actually put that on me, too. Sus has bought a large pack. That's pretty sus. Strawberries are coming in nicely. Excellent. Okay.
Hey, okay, fine. I don't have enough money to upgrade my tools.
You don't have enough money?
I bought like 400 gold ore yesterday.
Fair. The good news is you have a way to fix that problem.
I'm on my way to the phone now. See who else I can call.
I mean, just call Gus.
Say my name, say my name. Yes, it's spring. Spring 19.
Oh,
Clint says my name.
who does?
Clint.
Oh, that's funny. Battery pack.
Robin does not say my name.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll sort that out in a minute. Do this first.
Yes, cauliflower are spring seeds. Marnie says my name.
Coal. Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm officially at the point where I'm juggling so many things mentally in this game right now that I'm actually starting to have trouble keeping up. Yeah, I need 11 more gold bars to get started. Do I get upset if someone messes with my stuff in real life? Yeah. But my beloved sister doesn't actually do that. She knows better. Okay, that doesn't belong after the wall. None of this goes in here.
Thank you.
She's also ignoring me right now.
Your niece is talking to me, and I can't hear both of you at the same time. What?
Nothing. I was literally just poking fun.
Okay.
Oh, no, I actually do want to keep this. It's there.
Sure.
It kind of is, I agree, Crazy Horse. There's a lot of things to juggle simultaneously, at least if you play that way. You can also play this game super casual. If you want to. There's nothing against that. See if we can give our one true love, Caroline, a gift. Here, you know what? You get the plain mayonnaise, Pierre. Let's Nobody likes you. Hi, Caroline. Oh, I should probably talk to you as well. Hello. It's a fine-looking day. It's pouring rain out.
One. Third one to the one furthest right.
Oh, cutscene. Welcome to Clothing Therapy. You're probably wondering, what is clothing therapy? I'll try to explain. So many of us are struggling with personal issues, things holding us back from living how we want. It's important to me that everyone has a free and happy life, so I came up with a kind of therapy to help people achieve that. It's based on amazing power of self-expression. Self-expression is a wonderful healing tool, do you know that? Behind this curtain, you'll find racks and racks of clothes. There's endless options to choose from. Your job is simple. Find the outfit that truly speaks to you and put it on. Feel confident in yourself and your choice. You have a unique style to share with the world. Shane, you're up first. I love how Clint is here, almost assuredly because he's crushing on Emily and for no other reason. Ah, Laura, you're just in time. Just observe and keep an open mind. Okay.
I thought Clint was crushing on Penny.
No.
Who's crushing on Penny?
I don't remember. There is someone. Shane, it's a new side you've never known about. That's great. Now go outside with confidence and show the world. Sure. Okay, everyone gets a turn. Yep, Clint. That means you have to get up there. Where are the clothes coming from? You know what? I don't even care. Oh, wow. Is that Robin? Let's see what Demetrius thinks. That's Robin. There goes Lois.
Jaina, look your in the living room and see what your sisters are doing.
I actually like Lewis's thing there. Is that Abigail? Oh, that's awesome. Look at Abigail's suit. That is very Abigail. Alright, Clint. Come on, Clint, get up there. I mean, I kind of like the purple outfit best, but then again, you know me and hats, right? Yeah, I'm curious what Clint is going to be wearing. Oh my god! Oh, Clint. You look terrible. I just hope this experience helps everyone break out of their shells a little bit. What, I don't get to do it? Lore? I couldn't do it. I don't want to break out of my shell. Oh, I guess I'm interrupting something here, aren't I? It's okay, I'm taking Clint. I understand, I'll leave now. Congrats, Lore. Jesus, Clint. So anyways, now that that was half my day watching that cutscene, let's give the mayor a gift.
It would have been, can you wait till the end of the day? The day is almost over.
No, the day's over.
The nice way to do that would have been to say, the day is almost over, can you wait till the end of the day? So go ahead and do that.
Hey, Walker. Sounds like you're having a lot of fun. And, I mean, you should. It's one of the best games ever, so that makes sense. Oh, good, 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 good. Let's get the preserve cycle going. Hang on, I'll get to your statement in a second, prisoners. Give me a moment. I need... 4, looks like. Yes. That is not equal.
Probably wondering why I've been calling him every 5 seconds since he opened.
Alright, so, some people feel like relationships should be in some of these type of games where partners you romance will pair up instead. Is it better or worse, do I think? So, I think it's better, mostly because what it does, see you around, Devo, is it adds a little bit more character to the characters, since they have pre-existing personalities, I guess, and history, and friendships, and all kinds of stuff like that, right? So it makes sense that those would develop, you know, regardless of us, if we were not part of the picture. Now, I wouldn't say that's mandatory, but I would say that that's a thing that should be on the table, that writers and designers should be thinking about. And heck, if you're going to be doing that, I'm going to do this. Battery packs. Bit of a rare resource, but...
Right here. Right here.
Right here?
On this corner right here.
Okay.
On the opposites of where there aren't scarecrows.
Okay. I like that idea. I only have one more, so I'm just going to put the one here. But
Also, bedtime.
I can't. Oh, God. My sister's trying to kill me. Again.
No, it's only one again.
Somebody leveled something.
Give her a second to...
Oh, no. We have made 1,000,000 gold.
Yep.
I think that's all you.
44,390 gold.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Book? Did you... Okay.
Okay. Take those. Take these. Is she... Okay. Gotta make booze. Very important. Okay, so I should be able to make a few of these now, even though I can't make all of them.
Trees give you oak resin.
Wait, what?
Syrup.
Yeah, it's the only way I can get through my day job is by drinking all the booze I'm creating on the job.
And trees give you something. What? I don't remember, but they do give you something.
Yeah, no kidding, Crazy Horse. Once this network is fully set up, I'll be able to set up a very large amount of crop gathering without having to do any of this maintenance time, which is just going to be a huge boon. And we've already got one field up north that's doing the same thing, so... Yeah, I noticed the music keeps, like, bumping itself up. It's weird. I think it's the sound, or sound balance. I think some of the songs are just Too loud, and that's all it is. I think my sister just hit the jukebox.
Here?
I'm watering it. Everything. Don't worry about it. I'm choking to death. Don't worry about that either.
I've been leaving stuff for you in places.
Oh, God.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's also why I decided to do this partially, because even doing this partially means that is saved time and energy that I don't have to spend doing what I'm doing right now. I've actually already proved, even with the silver water can, completely watering all 3 fields we've got right now will completely tap my energy, which severely limits my ability to do anything else with the day. It also takes half the day. But with sprinklers, the problem is severely mitigated. I stand by what I said earlier, and the gameplay negative I gave earlier. There really should be other watering options, and earlier watering options. If the bare minimum, there should be some kind of irrigation possibility, you know? Sacrifice land for water. Kind of a deal. Or spend money in order to hire people to water your crops for you. Basically, sacrificing something other than energy and time in order to get your freaking crops watered. Train. Although I think my sister's not there anymore.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm on my way to the train.
I'm still watering, so...
I'm running as fast as I can. Bree? Thought you were Jaina.
Also, that's not a bad idea too, Crazy Norse. Different environments, different biomes.
It is coal.
We do need coal.
And iron.
We also need iron.
I just bought 300 iron.
We don't need iron as much as we used to.
And 100 coal.
I still need to... okay, so let me... Still doing my daily chores. It's 12:30. I'm still doing my basic chores here. This is what I was talking about.
I also bought 300 copper.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on.
Now I'm coming down to buy wood and stone.
Okay.
Something.
That hasn't happened in a while. I ran out of water. I also have 1 iridium bar, and I'm debating what to do with it. There's a lot of options there, and they're all good. Probably hold on to it for now. Yeah. Hi, Nerzes. Almost done with my daily chores. 2:30, Jesus. Yes, I'm completely alone. My sister has abandoned me.
Do we want a shed?
I don't know. What's a shed?
Just an empty building.
Eh. Up to you. I would lean towards no. I'd rather get the upgrades to the coop and the barn first. And at some point we need to figure out getting a horse.
I need hardwood for that.
That's another thing I should be doing. Oh. Keep spacing. Okay. Oh, hey. I don't know, Nirazaz, but it's okay. Those other women got nothing on my sister. Grab the apricots. Make some apricot wine. At some point, I need to start actually upgrading my house, too. Because I think I'm
I offered
too...
you gold, and you said you were not going to throw up the
It's
cheap.
fine, it's fine.
Given up on throwing up the cheap
No,
flag?
no, no, it's fine, it's fine.
Because I can give you
It's
things.
fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm just kind of saying things out loud because it helps me keep mental track of things. I've got like 3 mental lists going on of what I need to do when and where. Trying to keep track. We're almost up to universal iridium large milks. That's nice. Let's say that. Yeah, I am rather low on energy, but as I mentioned, that's going to be a problem that's going to start getting solved pretty soon, actually. That in there. And honey in there. Copper. Take that. That doesn't go in there. Here. Here. We have 40 torches right now. Alright, let's see where my sister has been hiding stuff.
Everywhere.
Probably, which is why I'm just kind of roaming at the moment. Shouldn't be in there.
I went from having like 500,000 gold to 30,000 gold.
What did you just spend money on?
Lots of things.
Apparently.
Bought lots of wood.
Let's fix the music. Sorry, some real music. And then some real beats.
Can't see the E on my energy bar anymore.
You're ridiculous.
Gus just didn't say my name.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was apparently eating. I called it just the right time that he was eating.
No, I don't think... Oh, God. Who's the actor who plays Loki, sis?
He has a name.
Yeah, he does.
Babe, what's the name of the actor who played Tom Hiddleston?
I'm not sure if Tom Hiddleston could pull off that line, Zach Taft. Hey, Spartan. Welcome to stream.
That's not what he asked you.
What's this?
Present.
Oh, but what is it?
Did you right click it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at.
Well, I would tell you, but well, it's a furniture catalog.
But, like, how do you...
You purchase stuff off of it.
But how... What's it cost?
200,000 gold.
No. I mean, like, no costs are associated here.
Oh, because it's free once you buy the...
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we just have infinite free stuff. We redecorate forever. You know what that means. Time to get rid of this old, terrible TV here. Replace it with a real TV. There we go. First purchase. Big old TV. Throw that in the trash. No. Hi, Sean. Let's do one more thing. My what VOD, Spartan? So I never did find the copper, by the way.
That's because it's on me.
Oh, well, that would explain it. Yeah, I was going to do what you just did. I should honestly just... Oh, okay, I'm going to not pass out. Oh, Pokemon! Right, that makes more sense. I was like, I never streamed Black and White. I don't think I could stream Black and White. Like, I don't think I could get it playable. Z has earned 1 million gold on her own. Yep.
Lavish lifestyle. Pierre wants sashimi.
I'm so sorry, Spartan. You have my deepest sympathies. I hope you will somehow survive.
Cows
I gave up on the fence.
are exploring.
Why are they unhappy?
You didn't feed them yesterday, maybe?
But... Okay.
It rained yesterday.
Oh, did it? God. No, I'm not paying attention.
Got it. I did it yesterday.
I'll do it.
Told her that she would, if she pooped in her panties, they get thrown away. I've lost my pickaxe. Can you get these worms?
You mean your hoe, but yes.
That is sure.
Oh my god, did they already bloom?
What are you, Blue?
The strawberries.
No, those were kale.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, what the hell? That's way faster than everything else. Yes, my sister's name is Zan. You can just call her Z.
Which is funny because Zan does not start with Z.
Yeah, but they sound pretty similar.
Oh, was it Zarsha?
I don't remember what... No, it was...
Plus,
Ah, whatever.
as there was anyone left who hadn't met me.
Okay, seeds. Zan sounds Persian. Well, that's interesting.
I have also lost my... I've lost my hoe and my...
You hit the lost and found because it literally gave a message this morning saying, hey.
that's where I'm headed. I didn't realize I'd lost more than one thing. Arr! Arr, arr, arr. Arr, arr, arr.
Honestly, I've kind of been ignoring the community center for a bit to try and get everything else just in line and organized. I've been trying to solve the money problem, and we're pretty close to that.
You a bunch of prismatic shards you can sell.
Or she could just give me a bunch of prismatic shards I could sell.
Well, you said you were starting to get in a hurry because you only had 2 more days, so I figured you were fine with a little bit of cheating.
I've been debating that. I technically don't have to finish by Saturday. I could just stretch it into next week. Which I might do. I don't know. We've been having good viewing figures, so it's not like people haven't been watching. Obviously, Sis wouldn't be able to join us next week, for reference. But you know, we can still stream. It'll just be a lot less pleasant and a lot less awesome.
No, I'm off next week, too.
You are? Well, shoot, that cinches it. We're no longer in a hurry, then.
Ooh, I got a blueberry tart.
Nice.
Trashberry tart.
That's less nice.
And a sardine.
That's even less nice.
Different trash cans. Hey, Granny. I have. Pam! Pam, are you on your way to see my husband? Because I'm on my way to see my husband. Husband.
You know, you haven't married him yet.
I haven't even gotten to where I'm going to date him. He's not at work. What, babe? And I will take the dog out to pee as soon as the day is over. Holy jock. There you go, Penny.
Okay. That's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done,
Wants a
that's done.
largemouth bass.
Hi, Yada. Thank you for the sub, as always. I don't suppose you know what you want to put it towards. Because if you do, we could put it towards something.
I just got the... What's wrong? Okay, hold on.
Well, while I wait. Thank you, Yada. I will put that towards Kakarot. Give me a moment.
Alright, I'm back.
Things okay?
Yeah, the baby found a marker. And proceeded to eat it.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a logical reaction, weirdly enough. 6. Iron? Really?
To the left of the TV. Over by the toys. Spartan, I teach 4th grade. I don't do... Social studies is not my jam. I considered teaching high school math or English.
What you realize you'd have to do with high schoolers.
No, I don't mind high schoolers. I don't like middle schoolers. But 18-year-old me thought that I stood a chance of having, you know, elementary schoolers be shorter than me. And I've got 3 in my homeroom alone that are taller than me. And several that are like, it wouldn't surprise me if we come back from break and they're taller than me.
Laura would be a terrible teacher.
Ran through my cutscene.
Oh god, he's not selling me seeds. Ah. Sis agrees too. Where's Caroline?
Did you check in her tea room?
No.
The door off the back of the kitchen?
Huh. I didn't know this existed. Man, I've been sleeping with her for years. I don't even know she had that. Alright, so, oh, I forgot to go get the wedding ring while it was raining. That's whatever. I can't afford a wife right now anyways. Wedding rings are expensive.
You don't apparently need the wedding ring if you're marrying someone. Sam! Come here!
By the way, Shane's right here if you already missed him.
No, I found him. You didn't hear me yell hubby?
I did, but you started a sentence.
I don't remember what it was.
Apparently you don't need a wedding ring if ...
Oh, unless you're marrying another player. So unless you want to marry your sister.
No, I'm okay with that.
Double ew.
But I do need to figure out how to marry Penny.
Bouquet?
I already gave her a bouquet. We're already bouqueted.
Can't help you then.
I know, right? The timing on the L. Oh yeah, we also need a bigger house. That's another thing we're gonna need. I'm gonna need. Sis already has a bigger house. Which amuses the crap out of me. I was gonna buy potatoes. I think I could still buy potatoes. I'm not sure that's actually gonna work now. I'll wait on it. Thank you, Spartan. Merry Christmas. I will jot that down for the Dragon Age block.
Blocking your baba, Yona Bear.
Stay safe, Brigwin. Or else.
What'd you do with my prismatic shards?
I haven't touched them. They're still in the mining thing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you mean I actually put them where they belonged?
I know! I was shocked. Speaking of which, let me get all this kale out of here.
Did you put in the thing?
I don't know what the thing is, but yes.
The furnaces.
Furnaces are currently processing iron.
I thought you needed gold bars.
I actually got just enough gold and I was out of iron, so I started processing iron.
Okay, I'm gonna need 5 copper bars next.
Okay.
Have 5 copper bars?
Yep, done.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just gonna put them in the chest.
That's fine.
Now, I'm gonna stare at this layout because I want to redo this. Let me think about this. I'm gonna move those up there. I guess I could just do that now. Let's move all this miscellaneous stuff. And...
She probably does need an NAP, babe.
yeah, let's do that. Do me a favor, don't put anything new in the kegs or preserve jars, please.
Not putting anything in the kegs or the preserved jars, but putting everything in chests.
Just gonna... Yeah. Commit. stretching a bit. Yes, I know it's getting late. Thank you, game.
Holy shit, where did everything go? There was stuff right here.
8. What? I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, I'm doing stuff. I feel like I just said that.
Shit. What do I need to make a glow ring?
Hey, Harriet.
You need 5 iridium bars and a prismatic shard to make a wedding ring.
Weird. Oh my god.
Yes, love. Need 5 solar essences. Do we have 5 solar essences?
We might.
Yes. I am making myself a glow ring.
It's 120.
Cool. I'm making myself a glow ring.
Just let you know. Thank you, Harriet, very, very much for the bits. I do hope whatever's going on in your life is going as well as it can. It continues to. Thank you always for the support. I will jot that down for Ribbon. And I hope you're having a Merry Christmas. Or else.
A lot of sparkly symbols.
Mm-hmm.
What do those mean?
Every one of those is 1 cent. So that is
So that's
$15.
1, 2, 3, 4, $5.
15.
Plus 10.
Which is 15.
Okay, I have to take the dog out.
Okay, just hit go. Or okay.
I did.
Okay. And she was never heard from again. Oh yeah, look at that TV. That's a real TV right there. I can actually see the people on the screen for once.
Need this.
I thought you were walking the dog.
I want to walk the dog. I'm just looking at all the furniture.
Okay. There's a lot. I'm committing to looking at that and probably reviewing it once we've upgraded the house a couple times.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate it.
I have bought you a new chair.
Speaking of which, let's set these up before I forget about it.
Just in case I don't get back.
Okay. And now she's gone. I have total control of my own screen. Don't read too much into that. Need to actually get to the... Well, no, it's too late. Right, because I'm saving money. Okay, never mind. We need to buy a duck soon, too. Let's see, duck feathers. Oh, never mind. I think we can buy a duck right now. Yep, new coop size. Yay! Also means we need 4 more mayonnaise makers. So, new setup here. No, I haven't found a dinosaur egg yet. Ever, actually. In any playthrough. Marnie should be opening soon. I'm probably just going to buy a duck initially. Little low on money. I know what you're thinking. 18,000, but no, I need so much more money than 18,000. Oh, this scene. So Shane is passed out on the floor with bottles all around him. Laura, can you do something? He's out cold. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Shane, what's the matter with you? All you do anymore is mope around your room and drink beer. You wouldn't understand. I'm worried. What's your plan? Don't you ever think about the future? Yeah, apparently he's marrying my sister. Hopefully I won't be around long enough to need a plan. And Jas heard that and runs off sobbing. Yep. Hi, Jas. So a setting where an organization went from an average one to an evil one because the creator said so. I'm not coming up with anything. Maybe the Chantry in Dragon Age? I don't know. I mean, the Brotherhood of Steel has also been written by several different people, which is kind of its main problem, really. Several different people who disagreed with each other, I should clarify. Are we making pickled kale? Is that a thing? Is there such a thing as pickled kale? I don't think I want to know about that. Shoot, I meant to not fill that. Cabbage! Obviously Crazy Horse. God. I don't think I've ever had pickled mushrooms on pizza, no. Probably Gum Gum, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Hi, Laura. I was just cleaning some dust off my saw. You haven't been using it? You ever made anything out of wood? Yes. Great, this blueprint should be a piece of cake for you. I think we've become good enough friends I can trust you with my carpentry secrets. Yeah, let me show you the blueprints. This is all a euphemism. You can use these to get creative on your farm. Still a euphemism. Feels good to be able to decorate your house with things you made yourself. I do agree with that.
House brew.
What?
And make it at a town festival. 4:30. How in the world did you manage to get a salmon berry floating in the river?
I don't know. I saw that too. We apparently need mill at some point. There's the stable, which costs a lot of hardwood. Jeez Louise. No, wait. Whatever.
Shane at 5:30 on a Monday. Quick, someone in chat, go tell me where Shane is.
Hang on. Shane. Spring. Monday. Heading for the saloon. From Jojo Mart. Thank you, Unicorn Scotch. No, I refuse to allow you to donate towards something I want to play. How dare you? I've never been more outraged in my life. No, don't eat the daffodil. Come on, game. If you excuse me, Pierre, I'm giving some flowers to your wife.
His wife in front of him?
Yeah. Well, he's fine with it. I give him mayonnaise. Don't worry. There's only one way we can get dorkier. There's actually a real story written by Emperor Valerian, which is set in the universe of the extant, about a researcher at a university who does a paper about how there's some secret conspiracy within the imperial government. It's quite amusing. I was rather fond of it. Am rather fond of it.
Over top of Granny's stove. Oh, I can now cook things on Granny's stove.
Oh, that's wild.
That's weird.
Like I said, wow.
Guess. Hi, Clint.
Okay. So how do I want to lay this out? So I definitely want 5 more of those. No question.
Me!
Let's
He
do
just
that first.
apologized for being a douche.
What?
He just apologized to me for being a douche.
Who did?
Shane.
Oh. Well, Shane's cool, so that makes sense.
Sorry. Being such a jerk when we first met, it takes me a while to warm up to people.
I mean, that's normal. It's cool, dude. We're cool.
The Shane cutscene. I'm gonna go have a beer with my hubby.
Oh my god. You know, I got to max friendship on Penny, and I haven't talked to her since.
Serious?
I mean, I have to marry her, and I haven't gotten the marriage thing yet. Mermaid or whatever.
Go look up how to marry.
I know how to do it. It has to be raining, and the last time it was raining, I forgot to go do it.
What's that, babe?
No, not stand on that.
Well, I'm now drunk. And Shane's making fun of me. This is...
I mean...
too much like me.
Yeah, have you ever seen my sister drunk? She is hysterical. For various reasons.
Adorable drunk.
Yep, she gets adorable drunk.
Why are you...
What's up? I'm clearing where the preserves are all gonna go in a minute.
Oh, I'm curious. Does my glow ring light up stuff for you?
Yes. God, that's a huge range, too, on that thing.
Yes! It's so nice.
I wonder it's so expensive, jeez. I think you found a star drop.
No, how? All I did was open the chest. Oh god. Lore bro,
What?
my thing is so tall now. The E is poking up above my name,
Oh my
or
god,
above
sis.
my money bar. See if I can get it to go off the screen.
No! Stop! Some things man is not meant to know.
Hi, Bree. Yes, I love you too, puppy. Yeah, kisses, kisses.
Okay.
Ow! Please be careful, your little claws are sharp.
Yeah, there. Every week I get a couple new scars on my arms from her.
Good puppy.
Ron Cobb. Don't think I have, no.
Did you see your new chair?
I did.
You should pick it up and see what the name is.
Oh god, hang on.
By the way, I don't know how I managed to put a gold bar on top of this thing.
It's the Dark Throne.
Back. Yes, it is. You like it?
Yep. Where did you get... You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
Catalog. I do not have enough gold ore to do that last thing.
That's kale. You know what I'm going to laugh about? Once this is all lined up, I'm going to like, alright, let's go ahead and figure out what's going on with the community center. And then it's going to be like, you need to get these things during spring. I almost have enough to get one of the auto pickers. So how does the... Have you ever used the auto picker, sis?
Didn't know there was such a thing.
Cool. Does anyone chat know how the auto pickers work? Because I don't think they existed when I played this game last.
I am off to town. Has she finished upgrading the coop yet?
Yes. I need to go buy a duck. I was going to buy a duck yesterday and Marnie wasn't there. Because Shane was pass-out drunk. Passed out drunk, if you prefer. Let's just ask this. What's it called? The name of the auto picker thing. Auto driver, okay. I don't only have to... There we go. Auto driver.
Filling any of your stuff anymore.
Absolutely, Gumga. I mean, no, not at all. But I'll agree with whatever you say as long as you don't shoot me with your machine gun that has a chainsaw attached. Preferably not in the Emperor's name. Okay, let's see here. There's also an auto petter. That's hysterical. It costs 50,000 gold.
Where do you buy it from?
Joja Mart. There's got to be another way to do that. Apparently there are a few other ways to get it, but Joja Mart is the reliable way.
Judge Mart after I get.
No, you have to do the Joja quest, which we've actually already failed. By sheer virtue of starting the community center.
Oh.
Okay. Let's do this. And let's get rid of that for right now. Let's get rid of all of my stuff for right now. Let's just do this. See you around, Gum Gum. Enjoy the Christmasness.
Away from me. Oh, I've already given you 2 gifts. Fine.
Oh my god. Wow, that's all foraging too. Except for those 3. Sis, why do you have a Joja Cola? Why did you keep a Joja Cola?
Because you occasionally need them for dailies.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm not even gonna argue. We're good. Everything's good here.
Get on shade.
These done? These are done. Okay. We have lots of flowers.
Someone I'm friends with named Bisquick is currently playing some game or another.
Why are you following? What?
That's Graham? Oh, okay. Like, who the heck is Bisquick?
On Discord?
What?
On Discord?
I'm not talking to you. What? What, babe?
Bisquick.
Looks like Bisquick to me.
Okay.
The 28th.
I need 3 more. I need coal. Okay.
Doesn't really ever do anything other than being out.
You still have coal on you, sis?
Yes.
How much do you have?
93.
Could I have, 23, please?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we'll do line. Oh, do it. Oh, I like the new hair thing. Let's get hair thing. What are you doing with the vegetables chest?
I'm giving you what you asked for.
Oh, okay. I was surprised. It's gonna take batteries, so that's gonna wait. Oh, sis, tomorrow do you mind buying a duck, please? And like 3 chickens. What are you doing? Ah! What did you do? Actually, I rather like that. Although I need to get rid of that. I don't have a lot of room right now. So many things. Oh my gosh. That's wow. Okay. Get a rug. Let's see what do we got. Rug. Why won't it let me? Why won't it let me put it down? Oh, that looks awful. Ugh, screw that.
Okay.
Hmm.
In a second, I need to go get the baby out of the tree.
Oh. Okay.
Shit. No, I was gonna sell those.
I'll enjoy the energy. Are you, stuck in a star drop loop? Because it sure looks like you are. Sis? Sis was never heard from again.
Alright, I gotta go rescue the baby out of the tree. I'll be right back.
I'm glad you're liking it, Diabeepus. This is a legitimately good game. It might not score as well as it could, but it's a great game. I am the Downs, with more people finding and enjoying it. Hey, I actually have positive luck for once. Holy crap. Anyways, I've gotten that down for Undertale, Diabetes. Thank you. Okay. It is a good chill game. Ironically, given how stressful it is. Like, I'm falling behind on 3 in-game projects right now because I have just been focus firing some other things. Like restructuring the entire base. And by base, I mean farm, not a base, because this isn't a base. That would be silly to think of this as a base. Nobody would ever think of this as a base. Those aren't my tools. Listen, all I'm saying is that this is the base. The green beans won't harvest in 4 days, I think. Flip that up. Oh no, they will. Okay, fine. I will go ahead and water them then. Ah. God, it's the flower dance. I wonder if Penny will dance with me this time. Watch, she'll be like, no, I refuse. I mean, we have refused... Well, I say refused. We have yet to successfully marry Penny, so maybe she'll be upset with us. God, it's so nice. Look at that. 2 full fields. Don't have to do anything in them. They're just done. They're just done. I still have 70,000 other things to do, but you know what? Those fields are done. Why are you unhappy? Why are the cows unhappy? And why is the grass, like, not growing in the right direction? Have you noticed that? Like, usually the grass is growing such wildfire that I can barely keep up. But look at it. It has not been growing into this region at all. Hang on, where's my axe right now? There it is. Let's get rid of all of this. Please, grass, continue growing in this direction. I might have to actually buy a grass starter at this point, which I can do. I just haven't been. Hi. At least I think that's how grass starters work. I'll have to check, I guess.
Grass starter is a recipe that you can buy, and then you plant them, and it starts off a 1 grass square.
I don't know if you can water the grass. I'll figure that in a minute. I need to go... the flower festival's already started. Are you level 10 farmer yet?
Pick the crops.
Yeah, go ahead and pick the crops.
Ah, okay, I got it.
Because I am level 10 farmer, but... I suppose. I assume you figured out where the fruit goes. Because you have a functional brain. Now, you might not put them in there because you hate me, but you at least know where they go.
Picking places.
grass starter. Grass starter.
Right there.
Oh god, where did you put him? See, I'm pretty sure Penny will dance with me. The question is, will Shane dance with her?
Go find.
Hang on, let me finish the run, doing the rounds, because I'm not feeling it.
Waiting for other players.
Hang on! I'm patient. It's
Yona,
okay. We only take their milk, Lunarith. It's alright. We don't horrifically butcher.
watch.
Although I am hungry. Could go for some cow right about now.
Bear. I'll put your watch on you. Your potty watch.
Where's the... Did we miss it?
I think that,
Hang on. I'm looking it up.
understand Lore's intention with the cows. Come here, let's put your potty watch on.
Oh my god, we missed the flower festival.
What do you mean we missed it?
It ends at 2.
Get over here, I'm waiting for you.
Sis.
Come here.
Sis.
What?
I just went south.
Oh,
I was south when I discovered this fact.
okay.
So I'm going to restart the day, unless we don't care.
Care! I want to dance with my husband.
Okay, okay. It's okay. This is an easy day to restart. Although you're going to have to harvest all those strawberries again.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh god, who's calling me? Who's calling me? Stop, stop, stop.
Not me.
It's the bear.
Mind me.
Hang on. Invite.
Now I have to fix your floor again.
What the hell was I doing? I had done a lot of inventory sorting. Guys are just burning the world here. Yeah, the flower festival ends at 2, which is just a little bonkers, but whatever. Okay, give me your milk. Also means you'd actually have milk to give. Stop being unhappy, cow.
It's the same unhappy cow as
I
yesterday.
know, I know. I still don't know why they're unhappy. And I still need to figure out the grass starter thing. And I can still wait, because we still need to get to the flower festival.
Only 7:30, so we're okay.
Yeah, that gets back to the grass starter idea. Don't drink the milk. Why would you drink milk when we could turn it into profit? Pure, unadulterated profit. Yeah. Okay, so it is worth watering these, I remember that. Water. Water, water, water. Threaten the cows with fire. I mean, we could. Walk up, I'm in the mood for a steak. So produce milk. Or else you're gonna be producing some meat. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't even think, like, obviously you can eat a dairy cow, but I don't think you should. I don't know, it's been a while.
Yona! Yes, those are all ornaments. It's an ornament.
I did this.
Yes.
Are you ready for the flower festival, Sith? Yeah, well, this time I won't take too long. And I come in with a very unsorted inventory, which is going to drive me bonkers. But I'm still going to do it. I'm coming. I've got a little bit of time. Okay.
I mean, like, it's
Okay. I can start my inventory.
I can't. You can.
Yeah, I can.
I didn't know we could do that.
And I have infinite time because time's frozen. So I can just sit here and get this all nice and organized. Okay, this has to go away, that has to go away, that has to go away. Let's see, all this has to go away. Alright.
Emily has already agreed to dance with someone.
Really? What about Shane? Because that's the important one.
No one wants to dance with me.
Talk to Shane.
Talking to Shane.
Tell him to get on with it.
Shane agreed to dance with me.
Where's Penny? I could probably dance with Abigail, which would be amusing since I'm literally dating Penny. And I am not dating Abigail. That's, vaguely amusing, Raven King.
Did you dance with her, Abigail?
No,
You should dance with Abigail.
No! Must dance with my one true love. No, don't. Will you dance with me, Penny? Aw, she said yes. Yay. I could probably dance with everyone at this point. I have more than 3 hearts with everybody. Meanwhile, the military vet is worried because this is a nice big open field. Ouch.
Okay.
Reds.
Yep.
Okay.
I've talked to everyone I can get close to.
So you're dancing. God, I look so dorky.
I at least have a bow in my hair.
I was gonna say, I need to look at the tailoring at some point. Try to look something better than this nonsense. Why am I completely out of step with all the other guys?
For the same reason that I'm doing whatever the hell it is that I'm doing.
We just are just going at it, I think. Where's Emily? Oh, there's Emily. And there's Alex. Yep, okay. Okay. Oh, I've checked it. I just haven't had time. I woke up with 20 minutes to spare this morning, Latario. I have fallen a bit behind. Oops. Listen, if they wanted names, they should have asked for them. Actually, you know what? I take that back. We'll do it the other way. Oh my god, sis.
What?
Nothing. Just sorting some chests. Don't mind me.
It's 11:50.
I know. I'm sorting chests. Give me a minute. I have seconds. It's okay. I've got tons of time to put these strawberries in something that isn't the vegetable thing.
It was a bin near strawberry.
That's a truthful statement. I've argued. Still got time. Still got time. Everything's fine because I still got time. Oh my god, my floor. What is on my wall?
Decorating your house.
I can tell that. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I can tell that. Rain all day tomorrow. Ooh. Ah, perfect. Okay, so. Andy, you still unhappy? Okay, everyone's happy. Good. Still gonna look into the grass starter thing.
Gives you one row of grass, and if your cows don't eat it, then it grows spreads.
I'm just saying, it's really weird how the grass is refusing to spread over here, even though normally the grass just is wildfire.
Because your cows are eating it. It's not refusing to spread. Your cows are eating it faster than it can grow.
Still a weird thing. But I believe it.
You have to,
Secretly, I don't
rent
believe
your
it.
cows.
Let's see here. That's part of why I was thinking of setting up some starters over here to kind of kickstart the grass growth. Because most of the grass growth was over on the western side of the farm, which I don't care about. There's very little over here. I probably don't know what I'm doing down here. Okay. Hmm. Okay. You know, that's a good question, Dream Whisperer. I don't know. read that one. Oh, that's the next upgrade, isn't it? Speaking of which, let's see if Marnie's actually frickety there. Oh no, you were gonna do it, weren't you? Ah, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I'll do it, I'll do it.
Exact opposite end of the map right now.
I'll do it. Assuming she's here. She hasn't been here twice once I've checked.
Today's Thursday, so she ought to be.
Freaking fine. Okay, so purchase animals. A duck, please. We'll call this duck Dream Whisperer. Which doesn't fit. Perfect.
You were supposed to let me do it so that I could get you the stupids.
Oh, right. Well,
Oh, no.
whatever. Only bought one duck. Duck. One duck.
Yona. Yona.
Yeah, meanwhile, there's just Grass City over here. Anyways,
If you read this, come to Secret Woods, please bring maple syrup.
you can do that, right now, I think. We do have maple. It's in the purple chest.
Yona. Yona. Yona.
I have a feeling she's ignoring you.
Yona. Yona.
The last vestiges of this fence.
Alright, you want...
Okay.
Iridium Sprinkler.
Lewis and Caroline. Gosh darn it.
645. Three, 7. Uh, $74.
Oh, hey, there's Caroline. Oh my god, I don't have a gift for Caroline.
Alright.
Oh, of course not.
Yes, Yona. You know, I still don't have the quest to go get, what's-her-face's axe.
Didn't you do that already?
No. I never got the quest because I started after it had... What? Help with what? What is this?
Oh, right here.
Oh, you want me to put your watch back on? Here. Yona. Give me some time.
Yes, I'm maxed with Emily. Okay. I'm gonna go talk up your husband. Hey Shane, how's it going?
Oh. Yona, stop pulling on my chair. Oh. Make him stop.
Okay.
Free!
You know what? I should do that while I'm out. We haven't checked this in a minute.
Okay. Well, can you stop? Please stop. Your watch? I put it on you once already. Yeah, so stop taking it off.
You ever play, oh my god. Warframe? Yada?
How do I trigger the cutscene with the maple syrup?
Go to the Secret Woods, now with maple syrup in your inventory.
Maple syrup in my inventory.
If it's not working, then you're too late.
He doesn't come out after dark?
It's like, I'll look it up. Stardew Valley Bear. Between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. So it's actually most of the day. But it is too late, yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look up, We All Live Together, yada. Just pull it up on YouTube or something similar.
Go. Hey, go ask Papa to put it on you.
Yeah, Warframe has a really good OST. Weirdly good OST, one might say.
She wants help putting her watch on, but she doesn't want me to put her watch on, and she doesn't want you to put her watch on.
Not a lot of other options there. Still debating what to do with the former crafting area. Do you have any ideas, sis? I mean, I'm just asking in general. Probably something cosmetical, but... You know. Uh-oh. Well,
There's a bitch.
did we just get a freaking void chicken?
Yes.
Great.
Void chickens give us.
I don't know, but
Void eggs, probably.
Probably, which also gives us void mayonnaise. I mean, we'll need that eventually. I think.
Eggs.
Rain. Yep, there's the void egg. I think we need to put the void egg in an incubator, but it's okay. We actually have one already. Let's get some food. Is this the incubator? God, what thing in here is the incubator? No. Is this the incubator? No. That was it. Okay, well, I didn't mean to put that in there. Well, okay. Well, we're... Well, stop. Stop being... Oh, god damn it. Well, I found the incubator. I have to hold on to this void egg for a while now. And not make mayonnaise out of it accidentally.
Make void mayonnaise.
Yeah, void mayonnaise is for something. I don't remember what.
It's raining.
I know. I'm gonna go get the thing in a minute, hopefully.
We need an albacore.
I don't remember.
I bought an albacore
Oh.
and a puffer fish.
Welcome back, Evo.
The rares.
Harvest. No, okay. We got a witch showed up and made one of our chickens into a void chicken. Or rather, one of our eggs into a void egg. It's right there.
Oh, I'm in charge of dinner.
Oh, look at me. I already bought you lunch.
I'm not. I just remembered that my husband put me in charge of dinner.
You want me to order you dinner?
No.
I don't mind, really. It's just...
I'm going to order dinner.
Ah! Well, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I know it has something to do with the dwarves and probably the shadow people. But for now, I'm going to go see about marrying my one true love, Shane.
Mad at you.
Oh god, a quantum chicken would be much worse. I don't think you do, Bragwin. It just kind of happens. In fact, in my Switch playthrough, I never got a void chicken. There's a lot of very low random chance things in this game. Now, normally I'd complain about that, but it's done in a game like this specifically to ensure that repeat playthroughs are different. You know, the idea that you'll get something different each time. I need a bigger house. I can't marry Penny because I haven't upgraded my house.
May I suggest upgrading your house?
Okay. The best part is I can't even ask her to do that now because she's currently busy creating the coop. Alright. We haven't looked at the community center for a while. What are we missing? We're missing fruit, which is a thing. Duck egg, which we're on the middle of making. We're going to need some wool or goat milk at some point. All the fish crap. I'll get back to that. Money. Just literally money that accesses the desert. Rabbit's foot, I don't know where to get that. Pomegranate's a fruit thing. Apple's a fruit thing. All of that is nonsense. Duck, again. Aquamarine. We have an aquamarine. Yes, Evo. Although gross in this case, but that is possible. So, let's pull up the list, because there's a list here. Oh, stuff.
I have a moral.
I do like Mora stuff. Stardew, Valley... Eel. Eel is used for night fishing. Yep, okay, fish tank. That's exactly what I want right here. So, What do we need? Which of these are spring? Let's get some coordination going on here, shall we? So what do we need? Fish tank. We need all of river. Okay, so that's going to be river.
Shit. I just found my husband passed out on a cliffside.
6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunny. And then spring, fall. 6 a.m. to midnight. Well, raining. Which is now. Which is why I need to know this kind of thing. Fall. Fall raining. 9 a.m. to 2 to 2 a.m. Never mind. To 2 a.m. We're okay. We got fall winter. A.m. to 7 p.m. That's one bundle. God, I hate fishing. All right. Sandfish. What do we need for sandfish? Pond and desert. So. And then the wood skip is secret forest. Any. Okay. Tuna and sardine.
Take this one.
Summer and winter. Good for sardine. Well, let's see if I can catch a sardine. I'll have my fishing rod on me. I don't know if there's any mechanics for players marrying each other. I doubt there are.
There is. What do you mean, mechanics?
Well, like, if you marry an NPC, they add their room, they customize it, and they do special events and have new stuff they can do. There's more content there. I don't think there's a similar thing for players.
Although,
Like, hey, we're married.
Kaz and I've never got that far yet.
Oh yeah, I should probably buy some fishing rod stuff, too. God damn it. Okay, hang on. I hate fishing so much. Alright, let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's just end the tyranny of the fishing. We can't do until winter, but we're gonna finish. That's my commitment. We're gonna finish the fishing thing. Get the damn fishing tank over with. Bloody thing.
Don't forget there are fish that you need for the bulletin board, too.
No, I think we have most of those now, but I'll double check later. They look exactly like they do in the original Evo. Any questions? Oh my god, he literally just... Come on!
Solar panel guys here, babe. Kaz? Hey. Let me get back to the house.
I think I just wasted this entire day looking stuff up and failing at the only two tasks I wanted to do. I'm not sure if Asmodon or Belial have lines. They probably do. But if you want to deprioritize them, like a lot, I don't blame you, because I'm legitimately not sure if they will have lines at all. They might. That's up to you, Evo. You're the art designer. I just hands off. Oops, there you go. I mean, you're the one who redesigned the others. The only one who can make this decision, Evo, is you. I'll put that in there right now. Alright, where's my fishing crap? Should be over here.
Me now?
I can hear you? Question mark? What? What? No, I know, Evo. But I kind of am deliberately letting it be on you. And as I said, Asmodon and Belial might not even have lines. They're really side characters in the rewrite. Not quite, Dudatron. So you've apparently never heard of the Rewrite Project. The first rewrite we're pushing into actual production and development is the Dabbler rewrite, as a way to kind of get used to the project, procedures, figure out how to best do things, best practices, and just kind of figure out the production line, right? Because it'll be a nice, relatively short series, probably only 4 episodes. Evo is doing some sketches for the portraits for it, which is part of the format we're using. That doesn't go here. Neither does that. Neither does that. Neither does that. Neither does that. Or that. Or that. Those things go in here. Javin doesn't even go in here. Javin. Sis?
Can you hear me?
I can currently hear you.
Okay, good.
Raise eyebrow. Either way, thank you very much, Javin. Much sympathies.
Bro.
What? What?
Energy bar is officially off the screen.
Oh my god, sis. I think you have enough energy, my most beloved of sisters. There's our next money project. Ooh, hey, speaking of which.
Trying to get them to sell them. So please stop. Okay, it is giving me them to sell. It's just also giving me them to eat. It's doing the thing again.
That is how that works. By design, for some reason.
No, not by design.
No, I mean the instant eating thing.
It's past.
Okay, so I need that times 15. Let me just take a screenshot here. Let me just successfully take a screenshot here. There we go. Oh, it's getting late. So now that I'm not on the verge of dying from staying up too late, I mean, the rewrite kind of speaks for itself by the sheer fact that it's described as the rewrite project. There's actually some rather specific limitations and rules which we've set for ourselves. But the general idea is, okay, it's 2022, it's about to be 2023. You're sitting down and you're reimagining X series whole cloth, right? You don't have the limitations of tech or time or, you know, legal issues or license issues or all the other crap. It's just, what is the best story we can make of this, right? And then we produce it, and there's going to be some voice acting and some very minor visuals. because actually doing a fully animated thing would be bonkers insane.
Hi. Do you need out? Okay.
Honestly, just skipping them completely is probably the right call, Evo.
Hi, Shane.
It's also been good experience for me as far as being a project manager. Although Evo would disagree with that. I think the only thing I'm missing is oak resin, which would be here. Well, for the Diablo rewrite in particular... Oh yeah, we have no oak resin at all. Holy crap.
Okay. I'm taking you, Bree. Come on.
What we're going to be doing... Really? There we go. Well, for the Diablo rewrite in specific, what we're going to do is we're going to have little... so it's going to be primarily voice acted. And there's going to be backdrop with a little bit of a portrait and the name of the character. And each character is going to say something. Basically, think about the whole story being part and parceled across the various characters. Lord Reloaded, who's also working with me on this project, calls it the baton pass, right? So each character effectively, you know, hands off the story to the next character. And that's a lot of strawberries. That's a lot of everything. So that's what it's going to look like and what it's going to sound like. Hopefully it'll be good. If not, well, it'll still be fun to make. Oh my god, game. I mean, I enjoy working on the project, but of course I do. I mean, duh, right? Wow, this is a huge area. Those poor ghosts. They don't have any milk break when they're ghosts. Alright, so I need oak. I need oak. I need so much oak. Alright. I did set up a couple of new tappers, but... Tappers take a long friggin' time. There's no other source of oak, is there? Or oak resin. Not really. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Knock that off. And put that on an oak tree. Like, you don't have a lot of oak trees, actually. I'll put it on you. There we go. Also make the 4 that I can make right now. What's in those barrels? Which ones? The top ones or the bottom ones? These are fruit, and we're making wine. These are preserve jars, and we're making pickled stuff. Actually, I think we need a fruit for that, don't we? Yep, that'll actually finish up the artisan bundle. Excuse me, cow. I mean, it's been interesting, actually, not just playing it, but diving into the hows and the wherefores of how it works, Javin. There is a lot of energy economy and time economy that goes into this game. Oh, obviously. Hey, let me read your mind really quick. Oh, it's because Robin wasn't romanceable. I'm with you. A keg. You know what? I'll take it. Now we just need wool or goat. Which are both goat related, I think. Those are both barn upgrades. Actually, hold up. Did we already... We did. Nope, I'm wrong. Maple. Poppy, aquamarine. Probably Jobin. Because, yeah, there's a whole lot of spreadsheeting, for lack of a better way to put it, and you know me. Speaking of which, hey, Lewis, you want to cap off our friendship? Not yet. Where's Caroline? Hey, Shane. Well, we're gonna marry Penny. But, we've been having problems with that. Well, that sucked. Alright, whatever. I think we just lost rep with Caroline. Damn it, Caroline, I'm sorry. I don't know if the Butcher's going to have dialogue. But his D3 appearance is more canon than his D1 appearance. If that makes sense, Evo. Also, we're probably going with there being one Butcher instead of 50 Butchers, because 50 Butchers is stupid. Yeah, Jody tells him all about how much I've become just such a great member of the community. I'll stop. I'll stop. Let's see. Okay, so I need a river. I need a fishing rod, right? That's what I need. Hey, Uthor. Oh, ironically, I do wish there was a little bit more automation in this game.
You very clearly had something on my mind.
Like, there's a little bit of automation, but there actually isn't a lot.
You kicked me out!
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, because I'm not in.
You're right. If I escape, it pauses.
Yeah, you kicked me out of the game.
No, I didn't. And not only can I prove that because video evidence, but I would have to actually open up the chat window and type kick in order to kick you. God damn it, and the dude still isn't there for his frickin' fish. I'm never going to get a fishing rod.
Joe Giacarlo rebate waiting for you. Please mail your credit card number to 133.
I think you're getting spammed, sis.
Right.
I've scammed. Damn it, Willie. Go back to your shop so I can buy from you. Also, here. I should probably raise my rep with Clint, too. It's probably the lowest rep I have of anybody. Probably because he's a jackass. Whatever. Not you.
Clint is not a jackass.
He super is.
A social misfit.
Potato. Potato. Uh-oh, we're hearing Emily's song. It's a sign. A terrifying, terrifying sign. are you doing? What are you doing? So Tyrael is replacing Inarius in the narrative, so everything I said about Inarius applies to Tyrael for personality. Oh god, now it's replaying. Stop, 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 stop. Sis, do you still need farming skill?
Yes.
There's a lot of things I've deliberately left for you to harvest today. We might axe Inarius entirely, Evo. I'm not sure yet. At the moment, Inarius has been shunted back into Tyrael's spot, aka I have no place for him in the narrative. So we'll call him a we'll see. I'm going to throw it into the trash, Evo, and then spit on it, and then grind it up into tiny little powders, and then probably hold on to it in case we use an Arius in D4. After the chewing and the spitting up and all that. Sis? Where's my sister? I mean, who knows, honestly, Zectaft. I guess we'll see?
In there in a second. Is your credit crappy?
Okay, I'm just gonna harvest all this stuff. Meanwhile, Evo secretly hates me. I mean, I sincerely thought about taking your portrait of Inarius and just saying, this is Tyrael. I might still do that. In fact, you know what? Do me a favor, don't draw Tyrael. At all. So many strawberries. Those kegs are going to be full of strawberry wine for years. First of all, you do mind, and that's okay, Evo. Second of all, it occurs to me that, honestly, the Inarius picture works just well for Tyrael. There's no real reason to draw another character. If we use Inarius for anything in the future, we can just do a new picture for Inarius. That's not only a better method, manager-wise, but it also preserves the already good picture you did for Inarius. What? Well, we seem to have lost Sis. That means we can pause while I look something up. Are you sure, Russ? Because I thought mine multiplied base value. And base value is based on the gold value. You know, regular silver, gold, iridium. It was the only real solution, Evo. There was no place for Tyrael to exist within the narrative. Something had to be shoved around somewhere. Originally, what I was going to do was I was going to have an Arias and Tyrael kind of fill the same slot, and then I realized how silly that is. I mean, I hate to ask you this, Russ, but do you have evidence of that? Because I don't. I'm actually looking it up right now. That would be really horrible, Huthor. Like, really, really horrible. Gee, that's a good question, Evil. Why don't we take one of the most beloved main characters of the Diablo franchise and just eject him from the series entirely? It would take a lot of time to test, Javan. Also, it wouldn't work that way anyways, Huthor. The only way to do that would be to rewrite the setting entirely again, which I'm not going to do. Hang on, I found a spreadsheet. Give me a minute. You know me, I love my spreadsheets. I mean, what you're asking me, Evo, is what if I'm doing the Star Trek The Next Generation rewrite, and I just got rid of Picard? Well, it's not like I can't do that, and everything should be on the table. I've said that many times. I have a feeling that wouldn't be a particularly popular choice to make. Wow, this is actually a legitimately misleading thing. But it looks like Russ is correct. The multipliers are put after the factor, not before. Bah, I'm not actually sure I care enough, but whatever. In fact, I know I don't care enough. Of course there is Darkrai, whichever Darkrai that is. I mean, cutscenes, characters, backstory, world building, visual storytelling, doodad usage, visuals. Well, imagine if I'm doing the TNG rewrite, Huthor, and I kick out Picard. Bad luck today, okay. I mean, nobody cares about the rewrite anyways, but yeah, I have a feeling people will... The 5 people who care about the rewrite would not be happy with me. The British Frenchman, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it historically. Yeah, of the 5 people who care, one of them would be like, hey, and would revolt. That being said, now I'm not committing to this, but I have put real thought into removing Picard from the show after season 3. Basically during season 4. I'm still thinking about that. And yes, Grandnegus Zek is of course in the rewrite. I mean, he needs to get his Beetle stuff! Among other things. Change is wonderful. What are you talking about? In all sincerity, I have been really thinking about that. I mean, we're already going to do a lot more with Pulaski. And turn her into a more major character. of Troy, obviously, because she's a non-character in the actual show. Crusher will be called away to take care of Admiral Runner's personal medical problems. Yes, Star Trek. That's correct. Basically, I'm thinking about having Picard leave the show as a main character in after Best of Both Worlds. Now, again, I'm not sold on that idea yet, because I would need to really think about what's going to be the consequences of that. Any change, especially a sea change like that, has to be carefully thought out and planned. You can ask, Kuthor. I don't promise none. What's your ask? The pack lead. No, we have to change the pack lead. Like, we literally have to change the pack lead, because they make absolutely no sense as written. Having said that... I don't know. I've got some thoughts of what we could do with the pack leads. That's kind of what I was thinking, Jovan. Someone could leave the Bridge of the Enterprise, but not leave the show, which is something that Star Trek as a series tends to forget about. Hence the aforementioned Pulaski still being relevant. I actually planned for Commodore Pulaski to go on to be a base station medical officer. And, you know, just still be there in the background, essentially. Okay. Fishing. Maybe Willie's actually freaking there for once. Listen, I'm not saying we're going to decanonize Star Trek Klingon, but we're totally decanonizing Star Trek Klingon. Any questions? There will be Q. There's a whole lot of stuff I don't want to talk about with regards to the Q, but I like to refer to them as being one of the members of the High Table. We're not 100% sure who all the High Table members will be yet, but we know that there will be the Q... what's guidance people called? The Elorians. That's it. Got that as I was looking it up. The Elorians, the Q... and the, oh my god, I can't think of any of his names today. I can't think of their damn names. Hang on. The Iconians. There we go. Those are the three species that we're pretty certain are going to be members of the High Table. Okay, so I need a good fishing rod, please. Thank you. No, not at all, if I'm Aylward. For several reasons, which I'll go into in just a moment. I would avoid doing that, just to avoid drawing something and then having me spit on you and kick you and punch you and all emotionally. Obviously not literally. I'd never hurt you physically, but like all emotional pain as I'm destroying your hopes and your dreams. So let's avoid hope and dream destroying. Okay, let's get some gosh darn fish. So, New Trek. Why are we not doing New Trek? There's several big reasons for that. So, first and most importantly, I haven't seen New Trek, whereas I have thoroughly analytically covered all of the rest of Trek. So I just can, off the top of my head, do a lot of thought and work and effort into the rewrite without having to go and just be like, ugh, the entire time. So that's point number one. Point number two. If we included New Trek, it would be contentious, because New Trek is contentious. Whether that's a good thing, a bad thing, or in between, it's up to you, but it is a thing regardless. Pam, could you... Thank you. Jesus, Pam. The third and final reason is, and I'm just going to be as honest about this as I possibly can, New Trek screws with continuity so badly that it wouldn't work. Like, it just does not fit. So, not doing that. Oh, sorry, there's actually a fourth reason. The fourth reason is New Trek is still going. There are new Star Trek episodes coming out weekly at this point. And it's kind of hard to do a rewrite of a show that hasn't even been concluded yet. So there's the sunfish, which we actually did need. Both of those are while raining. So we're actually done in the river right now. We're kicking out Picard, kicking out Data. We're making Gates McFadden the captain of the Enterprise D. The Enterprise D gets destroyed. Episode 2, Season 1. And we're immediately replacing it with the Pasteur. I shouldn't burp. But yeah, because New Trek is still ongoing, and we want to tell a completed story, we're not even going to touch any of that. Also true, Jobin. So, what part of the point of the rewrite is to write the whole thing front to back. To actually have a plan of action for pretty much the entire series before you even start writing the first episode, right? Point in case, I have actually already written the majority of the plot of all of Star Trek in my head and on paper. We know the bare bones, like the most zoomed out possible perspective of everything, right? The final episode will be the movie Nemesis, if you're wondering. And that's already written. Nemesis is written, and Voyager's pretty well laid out. DS9 is mostly well laid out. Ironically, we haven't done much with TNG yet, but we know the broad strokes where we want to go with that. You get it, right? And so all the zoomed out stuff is done. But if we add New Trek to that, well, then there's all sorts of stuff where there's just gaping holes because we literally don't know where they are yet. Shinzon does not exist, so by default, no, Huthor. This is to 7. That's also why we're starting the Trek rewrite with Enterprise, because it's the earliest in the timeline. It's a little bit of a risk from a real-life perspective, because the least people are interested in Enterprise. But it's the only place to start. We have to start with Enterprise. We have to start the story at the beginning. And, more to the point, it'll be a good acid test. If people see that we've taken Enterprise and turned it into something worth a damn, I think that will help keep people invested for what we do in the future. Even though everybody just cares about TNG and DS9. We'll see. Even if people don't watch it, it'll still be fun to do. See you around, Russ. Oh, a flounder. I think we've already done that, unfortunately. I still need a tuna, which is what I'm trying to get here. Anyways, thank you, Games and Goals, very much. Trying to do this kind of blind. Always appreciate those subs. If you would like that to go somewhere, please let me know. Dealer's choice. You got it. Does Nemesis still have the death ship? No. Although, it could. There is a Doom ship in Nemesis. It's just not, you know, stupid. Hopefully. Okay, I should stop being greedy. This is not working out. There we go. Greed mode engaged. Greed is eternal. We do still shove Remans into the warp core, yes. Even though Remans don't exist. Hey, Lieutenant Leroy. I know, right? It's funny that Voyager was as good as it was, considering how bad it was. Willie, a little bit of personal space, Willie, please. Yes, we definitely spare them in mayonnaise first. So there will definitely be things where stuff will be relevant outside of its given show. Because apparently, John, because we have the advantage of being able to plan everything out from the beginning. Like, for example, when we're writing TOS, we know Section 31 exists. Whereas in real life, Section 31 didn't exist until the end of Deep Space Nine, right? So we can plan for things like Section 31 existing. We can plan for the Borg. We can plan for the Q. We can plan for the Dominion. You know, we can plan for the crystalline entity if we want to do that. That's part of the whole point of the rewrite, is being able to know the whole picture before we start writing. I feel like I just said that, but it's still worth repeating. Still haven't gotten a tuna. A little bit of a chance left. Yeah, actually having the power of hindsight does wonders for rewriting. It's one of the reasons why I could say definitively that I believe the Star Trek rewrite will be better written than Star Trek. Not because I am a better writer than the Trek writers, but because I have the power of hindsight. What it took them 40 years to put together across dozens and hundreds of different writers and creators and producers, I can just sit down and do, and coordinate. Well, that is a tremendous superpower, if you will. Now, Evo will probably not be doing sketches for the Trek rewrite. Unless... Anyways. It's okay, Pillars of Snow. I understand that you secretly hate me and everything that I've ever put my heart and soul into. I'll just go over here and cry in a corner. You probably didn't watch the theater either. Seriously, go watch the theater. Just do it. Just do it. Sardine. Yeah, exactly, Kara White Noise. There's just so much sense-making we can do that they kinda can't do. Now, having said that, I don't want to come across as too harsh to Enterprise, but they did Enterprise last. So they really should have been able to do a lot of that hindsight stuff in Enterprise, because, you know, duh. And they kind of did. In Season 4 they did, which I will grant them. But they didn't do it for the first 3 seasons, for reasons I've already covered. Actually, yeah, Mr. Matternaut. One of the biggest ways both me and Mr. Reloaded have been talking about it is we're trying to Babylon 5 Star Trek. We have plot threads, we have arcs, we have character development, we want things to move forward, we want to be really big on continuity. If something happens in an episode, it doesn't magically go away at the end of the episode, right? That's honestly one of the biggest things we've been trying to push for with regards to the rewrite. Just gonna dump all that stuff, honestly. Me too, Dudatron, because I hope at least a few people who aren't interested in Diablo lore will be interested enough to try it out and see what we come up with. And if they're not, well, then that's life. Life sucks, and then you die. Via suicide. We gotta get that daily suicide in there, YouTube. This is not a kid's video. I know it looks all cartoony, YouTube, but you're stupid. Alright, we're done. I'm gonna put that in the highlight reel just so we make sure that the highlight reel has a suicide in it, too. Okay. Those are going. Those can't go, because I need more pine. I mean, not to get into it too much, but did you see how early they were sowing the seeds of President Clark in Babylon 5? Like, no spoilers, but Wow, they actually started laying those seeds very early. Alright, I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and move on to summer. Hey! You got it, Dudatron. We're going to rewrite Trek. No. Well, I mean, we could rewrite Battlestar, but A, I don't like Battlestar, and B, I don't know Battlestar. And I know that's, it's alien, there's an alien ship, holy crap! Oh, I know, Jobbin. I know. So, I don't know how to say this. Part of the enjoyment of doing the rewrites is just because I like the creative outlet and the creative challenge of it, you know? I can't do that for a show I'm not into. Like, it'd be like asking me to do a rewrite of some anime, right? I'm like, well, I mean, I could do that. Ooh, we have good luck today. We should hit the mine. Hi, Jody? That's quite a workout, walking all the way up here. Jody, you are not that out of shape. Anyway, I came to ask if you want to have dinner with us tonight. You don't have to, but could you bring some largemouth bass with you? Okay. Actually, there's a lot of things people have suggested for rewrites. But the ones I am considering right now include, but are not limited to, Star Trek, Star Wars, Warcraft, Mega Man, Final Fantasies, the Final Fantasies, and StarCraft. And I believe that's the list right now. And I'm trying not to, you know, make that list too big, because all of that's going to be a huge, you know, lifetime level project, because that's a lot of work. Really want to do that. I haven't decided if I'm adding Mass Effect to the potential list. I haven't decided yet. Ditto with Dragon Age. I know a lot of people talked about Dragon Age and like, oh, Dragon Age's awesome, but that's a maybe. Maybe territory. I mean, I already have decent amount of the Warcraft rewrite done in my head, Uthor, so that one's very likely to happen, to the point of being one of the only... So, everything I just mentioned is stuff I'm thinking might be a thing. Reloaded and I have already had meetings about Star Wars, Warcraft, Diablo, and Star Trek. So those are all the ones we've already done pre-production work on. And Diablo and Star Trek we've done production work on. Those are the two we're most moving forward with. It'll be video format, Darkrai. You can see some demos of it, actually, already on the YouTube page, but, yeah. Ironically, for me, I mostly have been rewriting Vanilla and BC, since they're the ones that need it the most. Well, that's just Star Wars, although. So, yes. It's okay, the sequel trilogy will effectively not exist in the Star Wars rewrite. We've already decided that. For various reasons. We're taking, effectively, the sequel trilogy and just throwing it out the window. And, we'll have 3 movie slots to play with, but they're not going to have anything to do with the sequel trilogy. Where's my eggs? I mean, who knows what the landscape of Azeroth will be like by the time we hit BFA, Pillars of Snow. One of those funny things. Anytime I mention a rewrite, someone immediately mentions some idea. Almost always something really far on in the timeline. Like, when I first mentioned the Star Trek rewrite, everyone was like, oh man, here's what I want you to do for DS9. And I'm like, so you realize that the situation you just mentioned might not even exist by that point? Like, what do you mean? Well, we're doing this linearly, so once you've rewritten Enterprise, and TOS, and the movies, and TNG, the very format of DS9 might be completely radically different. Like, the landscape will be different. Or could be different. So what I'm saying is, I haven't really thought about BFA yet, because BFA is so far down in the timeline that it would depend on everything that happened before it. No, don't be silly, Evo. Everybody thinks linearly. Actually, it might not be, Mr. Metternot. Depends on how we do that. We did have to rewrite how time travel exists to make Star Trek function. Which, for the most part, isn't a big deal, but will completely change Star Trek 4, because Star Trek 4 can't happen. At least not as is. Still not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I've had a few ideas. Okay. That. What will definitely be kept in DS9? I mean, characters. Like, part of the goal of the rewrite is to remain true to the quote-unquote essence or feel or vibe or whatever of a work. You know, we still want it to be Star Trek. Quark is gone! He's just dead! We just killed him! No, so for me, I was actually thinking about this literally today, for example. For me, a lot of Star Trek is about earning the idyllic future that Star Trek is, and ultimately being a net positive, optimistic setting, right? So, from my perspective, that's the kind of thing that really needs to be retained. And generally speaking, we don't get rid of things like characters or settings or events unless we can't do anything with them to make them work. So, for example, the Xindi, gone. Do not exist. They have been completely ejected from continuity and replaced with Tholians. That's another thing. So Star Trek has way too many aliens. Way too many aliens. So we've been kind of condensing them down a little bit. Yes, you can, Evo. So, for example, instead of having 5 episodes with 5 completely separate aliens that are never seen before or since, instead it'll be more focused on having 1 alien across 5 episodes. And there's some, you know, continuity there. I don't know what else to call that. Right, I am buying stuff. 80, I want to say. There's too many aliens. We gotta wipe them out. The Xenos must be removed. Melons, that's what I'm doing for the wine. So I need 80 of this. Do that many. And then tomato morts? I could just do corn. Corn's not a bad idea, actually. Although corn's... No, we'll just do corn. We'll just do corn. But no, Javin. The only thing I've taken almost word for word from Babylon 5 is before the Federation is formed, we're calling the Unified Earth Government EarthGov in common parlance. So that's about as close as I've gotten to just straight up being like, yeah, this is from B5, and I'm okay with that. Originally, it was just a code word. But honestly, the more we were writing, the more EarthGov just kind of bit. So we just kind of took it. I mean, I don't think the Federation is trademarked, Mike Tomato, and I don't think you can trade EarthGov. And even if you could, we have much bigger worries than Babylon 5 when it comes to copyright for doing a rewrite project. So the long and the short of it is, no. I know, right, Mr. Metternot? Yeah, as much as Huthor will hate this, there will be a fairly large amount of continuity in all the rewrites. It's kind of how I write, you know? Not a lot else I can say about that. I didn't think I bought enough melons. I did not buy enough melons. How many do I need? So that's 8, 16, 32, 34, 32, 38. I need 38 more melon seeds. Jesus. How much corn do I need? I know Huthor is joking with that, but that's okay because he knows I'm joking with that too. Huthor isn't actually anti-continuity. For those of you who, you know, sometimes take my jokes seriously. I don't think I'm capable of writing something that doesn't involve continuity. At least not something long form. Like, you know, a show. Or a game. Not that we're making any video games about any of this. That would be awesome. The Star Trek rewrite. TNG era. And you just play as Picard, you know. Hey, my math was correct at least in one place. That's nice. Now, Evo, she hates continuity. I don't know what's with her. Like, I'm like, hey, Evo, we should have this character who we just established likes beans. Like beans in the next episode. And she's like, no! No! They like pumpernickel now. And they hate beans! And I'm like, but Evo, we just... And she's like, no! No! And she talks like that, too. It's terrifying, really, to behold. I don't know why I like Star Trek as much as I do, given how much of a continuity hound I am. I've been into continuity since I was a child. Like, single-digit range child. Oh, God. I'm too late to buy more seeds. Oh, whatever. 32. 32 more melons. I'll do that tomorrow. I can but briefly glimpse the glory of Evo's brilliance. I came out of the womb. Write this down. Right? I'm not really joking though. I can point to cartoon shows I used to watch as a kid, and I was more invested when there was continuity involved. And it was probably at least partially because of the fact that it was so damn rare. I mean, you think there's no continuity in Star Trek? Have you seen the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons or the old Disney cartoons? There was like an anti-continuity going on. In fact, decades later, I discovered why I didn't like Darkwing Duck. Let's just sell these, screw it. And it's because Darkwing Duck was deliberately anti-continuity, which I didn't know. I didn't know it at the time. I thought I just kept missing episodes. It wasn't until literally decades later, like I'm talking about a few years ago, that I found an interview by the main producer who worked on Darkwing Duck, who actually talked about how they deliberately produced episodes out of order and deliberately contradicted themselves on purpose frequently, just to screw up the episode, because they wanted to have they call it yo-yo continuity, which is actually a thing. It's a thing I hate, but it is an actual thing, so I should explain this really quick. Yo-yo continuity is when there's a starting point that's pretty much always the same, right? Batman, the Joker, Gotham, right? That's the starting point. And the starting point's always the same up here. But then, you yo-yo out for a specific episode, or comic, or book, or game, or movie, and then, once that's done, you're back to default. Next episode, we start from default again. I hate that with a violent passion, but that is the specific way Darkwing Duck was done. Which is why it makes no goddamn sense if you just sit down and watch the whole show. I actually counted. Negaduck has 3 completely separate and contradictory origin stories, just in the original show. But yes, there was the biggest reason for yo-yo continuity to exist is not creative. It is financial. This is true for both television shows and for comic books. You can buy any random comic book, doesn't matter if you've got the previous ones, and you can watch any random episode, doesn't matter if you've seen the previous ones. And that was desirous. That was something they wanted. Which I say that so weirdly because to me that's just bonkers, but I get it, kinda. Iron and battery. Kinda, yeah, Javin. Okay, so 1, 2. 3, 4. I need 4. What the hell's an anthology show? What is this nonsense? What are you trying to peddle here, Micromano? What number did I just say out loud? Like, I just said a number, and I've already forgotten it, and I kind of need to know what it was. No, not 32, although that is correct. I need 32 melon seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4. I need 4. I also need to buy more, make more scarecrows at some point. I also need to, I need to do a lot of things. Okay, let's do this first. Make it so we can see at night. Listen, math is beautiful, okay? You just need to accept it, Uthor. Just accept it. I have never had pickled watermelon. I didn't know pickled watermelon existed. I'm not sure I wanted to know pickled watermelon existed. 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more of these. I know it's 1 a.m. game. Ah, okay, fine. I'll do it in the morning. First thing in the morning. Fixing the scarecrow situation. I have had, of course, salted watermelon, but that's pretty normal. I only recently discovered peppered grapefruit, which I recommend trying at least once. Like a little bit of black pepper in there. Works best if you do salt and pepper, but still. Neutral day. Okay, so let's fix the scarecrow situation. No! Why do you keep doing that, game? Listen, everything must be pickled. We know how this works. That should actually be here. And up here. Yes, the sprinklers actually worked. Imagine all the time we don't have to spend watering today. I need 3? Oh, wow, Dickerling. How'd it look? Or how'd it turn out? I need wood, coal, and fiber. Ow, Javin. I mean, I like pickled stuff in general. In fact, at certain points in my life, when I have been doing worse off in terms of health, I have craved pickled goods, like vinegar, specifically. It's weird. This one time I was doing really badly. Where's the coal? And I started just grabbing mustard packets and eating them for the vinegar. I don't have any coal? Why don't I have any coal? Oh god, Sis probably has all the coal. Okay, I can make that work. I can make that work. It's, what do I think about this? Yeah, I literally have 0 coal. Fruit trees are coming in nicely. I could make charcoal. We do have some lumber. But I'll probably just go and buy some, honestly. I don't need that much right now. I just need 3 at this exact moment in time. Yes, of course, Decrillion. Duck! Yeah, lore has reached the point where the financial side of things has started to catch up. We are officially getting towards the end of mid-game, which is good, because we can start thinking about end-game. Yeah, go for it, Uthor. I haven't even poked at my demo. And by demo, I mean my lock, but you know what I mean. Although, Demon Hunters continue to be amazing. I know. Shocking. Try to contain your surprise. I do like Peking duck. But I like it more. Yep, those are duck eggs, okay. I'm gonna need to get more egg stuff, mayo stuff, but that's okay. It's another thing I need to do. Stone, earth, crystal. Ah, I got that. Yeah, I gotta have dinner soon, too. But that's okay. That's my dinner time in about 40 minutes. Speaking of which, there will be a D&D game tonight. I know I've said that twice in a row and been wrong. But I swear it's actually gonna happen this time. I even double-checked. Oh, nice, Uthor. I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but that reminds me a lot of demonology in Legion, specifically, which was a lot of fun. Earth crystals. Better than Legion. That's impressive. I don't say that just because I like Legion. I say that because I really liked Demo in Legion. Like, a lot. I know, Java. I should have kept my mouth shut. Okay, I need to go buy coal. A weird concept. I used to play Cyberpunk tabletop. I'm not a huge fan of it. But I have played it, mostly GMing, sometimes playing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. Say hi to Javan, please.
Hi, Javan. Long time no see.
Okay, so I need 3 coal.
I need to return the mayor's shorts to him.
He is just outside his house right now, heading north.
I'll find him.
Oh, that's awesome, Uthor. That sounds a lot of fun.
I need to go buy a bouquet of flowers so I can woo my future husband.
Would you stop? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go woo my future wife. I have gold. Why didn't I bring the gold? Why am I so stupid? Okay. I mean, you just go down to your local petrol station, Andrew. Get a sack of charcoal. I mean, we could do a one-off shadow machine. That's not a terrible idea. So I haven't actually talked about this, but after we're done with the demon campaign that Third's been running, I've been thinking about trying to get back into GMing for D&D. Main reason I haven't is because of time. As anybody will tell you, GMing involves a lot of time. Yeah, they just kind of go wherever. And, oops, I didn't mean to make that. I meant to make these. There you
Try
go.
safe.
Oh, nice, Javin. Have you been doing that? I should go ahead and... While I'm here, I need another one anyways. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Always get with the corn and stuff.
Here we go.
I don't remember what it's called. It's the one with the corn and stuff.
Right. Good file. Okay, I need 32 melons. Let's do that before I forget about it. Ah! I forgot to get gold. Okay, hang on. Gold, then melon.
My normal one.
Gold, 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 gold.
Always get me the same salad.
Gold. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to restart the Trenthar campaign. Like, probably in the same spot, but with a little bit of a... So here's what happened last time as a lead-up, because it's been over a freaking year. Oh my god, why am I doing this? I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. Going the wrong way.
It is not my fault.
This is all your fault, sis. Hurry, 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 hurry. Mm. 20 minutes. Made it. Okay. Jesus Christ. Please upgrade my... watering can. Do that. Okay. Mission accomplished. Time to give people mayonnaise. The problem... That farm seems like a good place for children, don't you think? Just a thought I had. Uh-huh. Listen, Penny, I get it. I need to upgrade my freaking house still, don't I? Oh my god. Do I have lumber? I do. I need... Oh god, I think I'm too late to buy seeds! God damn it!
What's the market salad?
Ah!
It's not that. No, it's the cob. Yes, that's the one. Regular ranch. And get a 30 count nugget. The baby Yona and I can share.
Of course you can, Evo. You'll miss out on content, but yeah.
Yes.
I mean, duh. Whatever. Let's do the real thing I left out to do and then completely spaced everything else. Which is there. Yep. What's funny is I know the exact point at which you cut off Shadow Machine. Not just because it's me and it's my memory, but because I still have notes for what was going to happen next on my phone, and I see them every now and again when I'm checking my other notes. Well, that's all the time-sensitive stuff that I just failed at. Let's see what else I can get done today.
Salad.
Oh no, I was gonna make another keg, wasn't I? Lumber. Just lumber away. Yeah, there's a... So picture this, Javan. Picture you're trying to keep everything sorted. That's kind of rough, right? Now picture you're trying to do that while your sister is actively sabotaging you. What, I don't recognize the specifics, Huthor. Which of those? So, I don't know if you ever played Grounded, Javan, but in Grounded you could actually, like, make a text label that pops up just by being near it. Like, it's a floating text. It's like, this is for such and such. And it's a cool feature, and I'm, you know... I kind of miss it now as I'm playing other games. Okay, so this way. This way. What are you talking about? People read. Right?
The end of the... Made it to the end of the death mine.
Congrats. Did you get your scythe?
I did.
Yay, what's it do?
I don't know. I'm trying to get out of the death mine.
Well, that's going to be difficult. It's now only 29 melon seeds. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I actually went to... okay, let's do this. Let's do this. It's fine, Huthor. You worry too much. It's fine. Use one more. Whatever.
Is more powerful than a normal scythe.
Well, what does that... okay.
I also got a skull shirt.
Congrats. You're now more metal.
And I got a dark sword, which does 30 to 45 damage, plus 2 crit, plus 5 weight, and is vampiric.
Well, that is slightly better than the obsidian.
Would you like it?
No, you go and keep it.
It's minus 5 speed. I won't use it.
Oh, okay.
Is it summer?
It is summer.
It is. When did it get summer?
You were gone for a minute. Okay. I need 29 melon seeds, and I need to actually remember to buy them this time. And I need to upgrade my house. So, Huthor, you might appreciate this. I did the Onagon dungeon last night for the first time.
Drive safe. We have solar coming.
Good. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's the one, Huthor. Now, I'm just letting that sentence stay there, Huthor.
Jane?
That dungeon was kind of incredibly awesome. Like, me and Pax were both very impressed with that place. And frankly, good on him for trying to branch out in dungeon design. Now, funny thing. Why are they unhappy with me? Funny thing. One of the first things that happened, I was tanking, by the way. And in ignorance, I pulled a particular pack. One of the quest packs in the southeast area with the Earth Drake, that section. And, you know how there's those roaming packs over there? We killed about half of them on It's okay. I'm still a good tank. But that was just kind of a sudden moment. I actually bothered to tell the healer that he did a good job keeping up as well as he did. And one thing I've noticed is if you start a conversation in like a WoW group or a FF14 group, they tend to be more likely to be verbal. Like they'll be more social. Because like the first person who does it makes it okay. There's a whole degree of psychology behind this. So I broke the ice there and was just like, oh man, you really did a good job with this. Props to that. Is this your first time? And he's just like, no, actually I've done this several times before. And we got to talking. It was cool. But anyways, point being, he did a good job keeping us alive as long as he did. And yes, I am playing a demon hunter. Where are all the eggs? Oh. Tanking is interesting because it's actually really punishing on the high end for when you're doing stuff that's hard, and extraordinarily easy on the low end, which honestly I actually think is a good thing. I believe that, very carefully, not using my void egg there, I believe that that's kind of where tanking should be at, especially for something like the Demon Hunter, which is kind of like the Gunbreaker in Over 14, aka a DPS in terms of design philosophy that happens to have tank stats. So. Oh, I love it. I love it, Huthor. It's just, whew, it can get messy. Because it's really easy to over cooldown on a Demon Hunter if you're not paying attention. That's okay. I've tanked before. I know what I'm doing. Do people like duck mayonnaise? I just realized I don't know if they do. They do. Looks like everybody. Looks like the exact same people like duck mayonnaise as they like mayonnaise. Excellent. Melons. Now that's a weird sentence, Huthor. The last time I actually enjoyed playing a warrior, excuse me, a prot warrior, was actually Warlords. Closed on Wednesdays. Oh my god. Sis, I need you to kill me. She's not even there.
Yeah. You're dead now.
Wow, that was quick. Wow, I thought you were a healer.
All healers have some amount of use.
Pure evil. Alright, whatever. Let's do this then. Speaking of spreadsheets, I'm gonna make a spreadsheet right now while Sis is doing whatever she's doing.
Planting trees.
So, let's see. We need, let's just go down the list. Catfish. Catfish is the reigning 6 to 7. That would make shad and tiger trout. This one's just a shad. And this is tiger trout. Yeah, I'm told there's dinosaurs in this game. I don't know specifics. I don't want to know specifics. But that's a thing. It'll be part of the end game. Alright, then we've got ocean fish, which is just tuna. Which is, it's so frustrating I can't get tuna, because there's nothing to it. It's just fish in the ocean, summer and winter.
It is summer.
I know.
So go fish in the ocean.
I'm going to, as soon as I finish the spreadsheet. Okay, so then we have sturgeon, which is mountain, summer and winter. What do you know? Listen, I will hear no slander against dinosaur mounts. Thank you very much. Okay, so night fishing. So do me a favor, sis. Once that's done, don't request another build thing so I can upgrade the house so I can marry Penny, please.
refuse to allow you to marry Penny.
I mean, that is exactly what you just did, yes. You just blocked my marriage. My sister is blocking my marriage. This just... So, Mountain Lake. Noon to 2 a.m. All raining. Jesus.
I've been kicked out.
Why do you keep getting kicked out?
Oh. But what I did do for you is build you a stable.
I saw that. That's what prompted the question.
You have a stable. I don't know, but I built you a stable.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I guess we'll figure it out live. We'll do it live. Zan is definitely evil. Okay, Ocean, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. Spring, fall, raining. Jesus. Eel's gonna be a pain. Actually, we're not sharing money.
Which is how I have 17,402 gold.
Okay, so let's get tuna first, because we should be able to catch tuna for 3 more hours. Did we ever? No, of course we didn't. That would make sense. Yeah, could I have, like, a thing? Sure, we'll go with that.
Your name looks like you tried to make my name the Imperial way.
How do I put tackle on the thing? Or is it just a bait slot? God, I can't put tackle on this, can I? Whatever, whatever.
An upgraded pole.
I have a fiberglass pole.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, apparently it might come on. Have some duck mayonnaise. What makes it duck mayonnaise? Nothing. Oh. Come on, tuna. Tuna. That's not a tuna. That's not a tuna either. Why do you keep finding stir drops?
Calling Gus.
Oh my god.
I have to finance, the house. You have 10,000 gold, by the way.
Yay?
Do you have 10,000 gold?
Yes.
So that's how much it costs.
Yeah, I need to get together some lumber, but I got that. I think. If I don't, I'll figure it out.
99 lumber on me. By the way, my energy bar is stretched off the screen.
Oh my god, sis.
I have no idea how much energy is in my energy bar.
Mouse over it.
I can't.
Why not?
Well, I mouse over it and it does nothing because the E is gone.
I mean, I can mouse over the bar and it says I have 338.
Yep. Nope.
Cold metallic, Evo. Bronze, silver. Other metals that exist.
Husband at the saloon.
That's right, I gotta go find your husband and marry him. He is here. Okay, Shane, we're gonna get rid of your job. And that's gonna work out for you somehow. I don't really know how, if I'm being honest.
Your sister, who's rich.
That's true. You're going to move in with my sister, who is rich.
Why she can afford to buy you candy.
2 and a thumb, Evo. Or 3 and a thumb. I'm okay with either.
Like, I have literally only ever introduced myself to my husband and given him candy, and then I'm going to propose.
Well, yeah. I mean, how do you think I courted Penny? Here's some mayonnaise. Here's some mayonnaise. Here's some mayonnaise. So, you want to go steady? I'm just saying. It's a thing we could do. If you're interested. Yep, I am the Mayo Man. I wonder. Aw, I can't make more bait. From fish.
You have to make it from bugs.
I was told I could make fish from bug. And I was told I could make bait from fish.
From bug juice.
We're actually really low on bug meat. Oh, there it is. Hi. Oh yeah, very long, very slender. Not very useful for physical manipulation. What in the world? Okay. Fine, I'll go to bed. Okay, never mind. None of the quests have gone there yet, Uthor. I have technically been up there very briefly, just because I wanted a place to take off from. But I haven't done anything up there yet. Yes, I know, game. Oh my goodness. I like the floor and the wall. And the spaceport. Yeah, I'm curious when the quest chain is going to lead there. I mean, in Pandaria it was 4th zone to finally go to the capital city, so it's not like it's unprecedented. By contrast, in Warlords it was in the 1st zone. In Legion it was in the 1st zone. Spreading weeds have caused damage to my farm. So that sucks. In Wrath, it was like level-based, so usually 2nd zone.
Cave carrots.
Yay, cave carrots.
Have any.
They're in the energy chest, which is the one by the door. Or by the exit to the farm. Why are you unhappy? I have put so much grass here. I've bought grass to satisfy you. Here, you goddamn dogs. And by dogs, I mean cows. Stop being unhappy. Jesus. Or starve. I mean, according to Hollywood, every animal's a dog, so I'm just following the trend here. Like, you have this whole farm to roam. There's grass everywhere. Go eat some. Jesus. Aw. We'll call you Destroyable, because I'm going to immediately get rid of it. Okay, so, put the void egg in there. There we go. Alright, this baby chick that just showed up, get out of here.
Sam sent me an energy tonic.
Nice.
Growing peaches and oranges now?
I'm over there. I think so. Okay, let's see if we can buy some damn seeds. For 3 days, I've failed to buy seeds. Oh, hang on. Nope, I can't do that. I can do this, though. The hell? What do you want to bet something's going to prevent me from getting seeds today? What do you want to bet? Again. Hi, Pierre. Sell me some friggin' seeds! Okay. Jesus, Sebastian. Aggressive much. I mean, you know what's gonna determine that, Evo. Wow. Jobin, that's not me. I think it's on the list, but I think it was just added to the list with like $2 put towards it, so... Oh, hey, we're done with Lewis. Woo! We just need to finish, Caroline. Caroline. My one true love. You like... You do! She likes bok choy. We're done with Caroline? We're still not done with Caroline. Damn it. We're almost done with Shane. I'm almost maxed with rep with Shane. Yes, Jobin. Okay. Still need to catch that frickin' tuna.
I tried one.
Alright, place your bets. Will I catch the tuna today? I'm just gonna buy the iridium rod. Screw it.
What?
How do I equip things?
E.
This? No, okay. How do I put a thing onto my fishing rod? Summer and winter, John. Oh, I've noticed, Uthor. There was something that really impressed me. Oh, it wasn't that. There was something that impressed me, though. Have you noticed that you can just right-click an NPC when there's a use on, instead of target and then use item, either from your inventory or from the quest log? And so you just right-click the mob, use item, done. In fact, that messed with me so badly I kept screwing up a quest, because it actually was, like, being weird about letting me just use the item for my thing. It's like, no, it's the wrong target. I'm like, what do you mean? And the mouse, my mouse icon keeps changing. Oh god, I've got some kind of bug! It's okay, it's well designed, and it actually removes a lot of hassle. So that's going to improve the score of the game when we get there, but still threw me a bit. Alright, so how do I equip a thing? How do, sis? You know these things.
I don't.
Why do you not do this thing?
It's Jazz's birthday today.
I don't have anything for her. I kind of stopped paying attention to birthdays. Even though I probably shouldn't. What is she like? Daffodils. Okay. Right-click the tackle, and then right-click the rod. That's how we do it. Also, delete the fiberglass rod and use the iridium rod you just bought, you moron.
E.
So where's Jess at?
I should head back to the house. Must be at the tavern. I'm Oh, hey, Penny.
I'm never gonna get a tuna. It doesn't exist. Hey, Kay is playing Stardew Valley. That's funny, I thought he didn't like Stardew Valley. Ugh. Happy December, Tailwags. And Jazz is probably asleep. Oh, congrats, Desperado Joe. Not just in general, that is, it's not an easy game. That's a game where even beating it on normal, aka easy, is still pretty much of an accomplishment. I can fish in the river, although I think I'm done with river fish for the time being. No, Tailwags, not at all. Very, very different. Tuna are a ocean fish, which is where I've been fishing. They're actually even part of the ocean fish bundle. Why is there a shirt in this bag? This chest?
Shirt. Check it off.
Okay. I have decided not to question this thing. Both of them suck, too. I shouldn't say that, but every Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons game I've played has been rather underwhelming. Did I overbuy? Can I ask you a favor, sis? Please, please. Sadly, there is no sis. She has lost me. Sis! Could you please come and water these extra patches?
It won't do any good this late at night.
But what's this stuff?
It won't do any good this late at night. You have to do it, like, before 3 in the afternoon.
Here to know.
No. Did you not hear me?
No, I heard you.
Yeah.
You said, "Dear Lorbro, you suck. I hate you." Yes, stand up.
That's what I said.
See? She even admits to it. Oh, wow. So, no, Huthor. No adorable child ever said that. You're saying things. Oh my god, none of this goes in here. We already have pufferfish?
I put one in a chest somewhere.
No, we do. It's the only one we have for that bundle. Reminder of the time.
Ding.
Also, it is cutoff time stream-wise.
Why can I not go that way? You're stuck in the way.
20 minutes, 10 minutes remaining.
No, right?
You made it! I really didn't think you were going to make that one.
Stuck on I don't know what.
Well, congratulations. As a reminder, we will be playing D&D in probably about half an hour or so. And then tomorrow, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there will probably be more of this game.
Oy. Good night, everyone.
Yes, good night.